those retailers you're dealing with, the preponderance of their cash is spent on product. Maybe you've got a nail salon where most of what they spend on is hourly wages, or they've got a million cousins that work in there. Great, different animal. With us, it's that retool, it's the equipment, and it ain't cheap.
Mm-hmm. Danny boy.
Oh,
Hi,
don't do that.
Danny.
My mother sings that song way too much. Too much, too much. What is the 4th of July plan?
Actually, I don't know. I'm still undecided. My kids are home, so I kind of stay close to, I stay close to home when they're around, even though they're in their 20s. But
Yeah,
I don't know. That's
beautiful.
just something.
I
Yeah,
got a
just something.
22-year-old. Yeah, we're.
Oh,
I had a pallet of fireworks from a legal state show up yesterday, and my wife sees me sorting them in the garage, and then says, we're going to the resort, right? So she smartly booked a resort so that I won't blow anybody up or set the neighbors on fire. That's my story.
So now when are you traveling?
I'm in Arizona right now.
Ride?
I'm in Arizona right now.
Yeah, but is it? No, I understand that.
Yeah, we're 5 minutes from
where is the resort?
It's 5 minutes away. We live in North Scottsdale, Cave Creek. It's like a staycation. Okay. Yeah.
That's nice.
It
Good
doesn't.
For you.
It doesn't stop them from packing like we're going to be going to on an extended deep sea 6-month survival tour. Trust me, it's 2 nights, and it's me and 4 girls. So, yeah.
Oh, what do you have? You have
two
daughters?
Three. Yeah.
Okay.
3.
All right. So how old are they?
16, 19, 22. 3 years apart.
Oh, so when is your 22-year-old's birthday? I have a 22-year-old.
January 16th.
Oh, all right. Oh, so yeah, we have kids the same age. So Timothy is March 28th of 03. That's when she was born, right? 03. Yes.
Correct.
Yeah.
Too much math for me.
I know. Listen, I'm not a numbers girl. I will tell you that.
Did you used to? We used to go down. We used to go down to Chinatown, and you have the guys that open their coats up. Not what you're thinking. They open their coats up with the fireworks, and one of my earliest memories, my dad buying fireworks from these dudes. He was cheap bastard though, so he would sit and unwind the packs of firecrackers so we could shoot them one at a time. That might be what started me in it. All right, listen. First, Hender and I noticed that you guys have been putting larger and larger for lease signs out there, and that hurts my feelings a little bit, but I understand. They're getting bigger by the day.
I'm sorry.
That's right.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Look,
Wait, what do you mean bigger lease?
It's just funny. I think you had one laying around, and it was like for lease, and then the next day it was like a sandwich board, and then you had a clown juggling, and the signs are just getting bigger and bigger.
This is how we do things.
Yeah, it's brilliant. We got your red lines, 6 months. The most important thing is that we might agree on some time at post retool, because we want to if we could get this place retooled with new equipment in a day, then 6 months is more than enough. Really, more than enough. I shouldn't tell you that.
Right.
We're not trying to get 6 months so that we can get our feet on the ground and get all those customers in. A laundromat is a very, very slow slog. It's difficult to get people off their ass. They don't like the place they're going now. It's not as good as we will be, but they're already going there. So we need to bring them in. Word of mouth is the biggest thing for us. It doesn't matter what we try to do. The free barbecues that we put on, not going to help. They have to hear from word of mouth from friends. Oh, the new place is great. All right, good. My signs say under better management, by the way. It's only funny to me, and it only upsets the previous operator. But it costs the same as under new management, so I just think it's funny.
Right.
We
agree
are
with you.
we are not looking for 6 months so we can make more money. We're looking for 6 months because it's so hard to get the place operating. I can't even get the equipment for typically 2 or 3 months. Maybe we'll decide or land on, 90 days post retool, and I'm happy to put in writing what that means. I'm not trying to screw you.
Mankind, that word should have new meaning for all of us today. We can't be consumed by our petty differences anymore. We will be united in our common interest.
We just want to, make sure that we're not being hung out to dry on this particular location because it takes so long to get the stupid retool done. All that being
So
said,
what is a retool?
new
Dan?
equipment.
What is a retool?
New equipment.
Okay.
When the new equipment is in.
Okay.
And that's why we love old, nasty, filthy, disgusting rat trap laundromats, because we don't need to tool up. We need to retool. We don't need to build the place. This is like flipping a house, but keep the goose that lays the golden egg. Let me do some mixed metaphors, right? You want the worst house in the best neighborhood because you know that the bones are good.
So it's so funny because I have this, like it used to be a laundromat. It's small. It's 625, 650 square feet. But I was there yesterday and there was a random resident. It's a center. And you guys need to bring a laundromat back here. Like, I have to go. And of course, I thought of you guys. And I don't know why.
I work on my store. I don't mean to interrupt. When I work on my own store, so I'll be in there swinging a hammer. I'll be doing the tile work. Every time we've got locals coming in and saying, "Oh, I'm so glad you're reopening." It's hilarious every time. If it warms your cockles because you're thinking, "All right, this is going to go great." And you never see that person again. It's just, it's kind of funny.
Yes, I know.
But 650, it's too small. Why would they be, are you sure it's 650 square feet? How many washers are in there?
Yeah.
Like 6?
No, it's empty. It's a former laundromat.
Yeah.
And I think it's empty because of some water problem that they have.
I'll tell you why it's empty. They couldn't make money. That's always the reason.
Yeah.
You make money and you have a broken water pipe, you fix it. You make money and you have a fire, you fix it.
Yeah, 100%.
And I've taken over 4 stores that literally there's notice from the fire department, right? And you look back and you see one little dryer fire. Well, one little dryer fire happens and you're making money. You know what you do? You tell nobody. You say, hey, put a fan in the front. We're open. Literally. You have a fire and you're sucking and not making money. You say, oh, here's the perfect excuse to do a hardship thing. Shut the doors, tell the landlord that you've lost everything because of a little dryer fire, and wait for insurance. And the insurance never comes because the insurance, they know. They're like, wait a minute, it's not a total loss? You had a dryer fire? Well, that's $10,000. And you get back and start running. But but now we owe 9 months of back rent. And the insurance company's not going to. So knowing what I know, when I see a dryer fire, and we closed because of a fire, yeah, sure you did. The place, there's people in there. When a fire happens in an empty fireworks warehouse, everything blows up and the whole neighborhood gets a good show. When a fire happens in a laundry, it's always because there's a dryer that someone throws some nasty rags into and there's customers in there. So someone is going to see it, and one human being is what's going to put it out with the fire extinguisher. Anyway, I digress. I could talk forever, just like you. We told you what we needed to be at $12, and it's, for me, it is never a game. It's not just, hey, let's offer 12 so we can get to 15. You came back with, I don't know.
I understand that.
Right.
I know.
Here's what we need. We can go up to $1.50, which is $16 a year, and I'm telling you, I could do 20 if it was a gross lease rate, but that's a thing of the past. Your triple nets are what they are. I can't change it.
Right.
And we know that they're high for a laundromat. They're not high for Neiman Marcus, but they're high for a laundry. And if you can get that done, we want to be off and running. We want to start ordering equipment for the word you just learned, the retool. We want to order equipment This is not like a lot of businesses. I mean, you know, what are the preponderance of your tenants? What are they? Restaurant, you tell me. Retail, what are they? Who do you mostly
Typically
deal with?
retail.
Retail?
Retail. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
Yes.
if a shoe store leaves in the middle of the night, they back up a truck, they throw all the shoes in there and they take off. If they're going to open another shoe store, they take the shoes and the shelves. We can't
Yeah.
do any of that, you know, because we've got all this infrastructure. We've got $400,000 worth of washers and dryers. It's a different animal, and we want to be able to do well, but it takes a long time to get there.
We're going to live on. We're going to survive. Today, we celebrate our Independence Day.
So our triple nets, we prefer them to be lower, but you know, we're going to actually elevate the center with a good laundromat, and you know that. I'm just putting words in your head so you can go to the other side. You're my mouthpiece at the end of the day.
Yeah, I am. And I'm up against somebody, I'm going to be very honest with you. Like, he's tough, Danny. He's tough, this guy.
Not tougher
Like,
than
he wants what he wants.
Yeah. Well, these are just numbers, and I know that you know, right now we're at the dynamite phase. You ask Leonardo, how'd you come up with David? How do you take a solid piece of marble and create? He says, I just remove everything that's not David. Brilliant. And we're at the dynamite phase, right? We want to get to the sandpaper. We want to start talking about the small things and just smoothing over the edges. But dynamite is this $16 offer. This is where we need to be. You know it. I know it. And, you know, you've got a lot of options. Vanilla the space, get rid of the laundromat entirely, hope to get an optometrist in there, do nothing, or move forward with us. I don't want to, my big thing is when I call a landlord or an agent like you, lovely or not, and in 6 months, and I say, hey, you'd be in the rent right now. What happened? Yeah, we go back. So tough is good. Tough means the guy's doing well for his family, but what I want you to understand is it's about it being a laundromat. And even at profit, we need to have these rates a little lower so that it makes sense. Because those retailers you're dealing with, the preponderance of their cash is spent on product. Maybe you've got a nail salon where most of what they spend on is hourly wages, or they've got a million cousins that work in there. Great, different animal. With us, it's that retool. It's the equipment. And it ain't cheap. It's not residential stuff. And I'm not complaining. This is our road to hoe. So I go back and say 8 months of abatement and go back and say $16 a year, mostly because if we do decide on 6 months, we'll give you 3 months back, but it'll be post retool. Does that make sense? Not post day one, not grand opening, which is bullshit. I want to be on your side on this. Not, hey, we haven't had our grand opening yet. We've been open for a year. You know, that's horseshit. I mean, the last piece of equipment goes, and we don't take a month to retool. Once the equipment is ordered, built, it's not sitting in a warehouse somewhere. I forget the stuff that you're ignorant. You're not stupid. You don't know these things. You go to Lowe's Depot and you order a washer and they don't have it in stock. You're pissed. You're like, what? I want it delivered tomorrow. We all remember COVID. Well, they never have 60 washing machines. They build them to order, so it takes time. Good. It's two tiny things. Go find out for me. $16 a square, which is $1.50 plus your horrible triple nets, and tell them 8 months. And you know, you tell them I'm mean too. I'm really mean.
You're menacing.
Have a good 4th. Today's only the 2nd.
Thank you.
If you get back with me ASAP, we'll go back to the mattresses. God bless. Say hi to the kids.
Okay. All right, Dan. Happy 4th of July. Thank you for the call.
Thanks, sweetie.
I'm pretty sure this hot water heater's got a few more good years left in it.